The Footprints Conversations series feature insights and experiences from accomplished workplace and marketplace leaders who consider their work as a sacred calling and ministry. The Footprints Conversation this week is part 4 on success principles based on 2 Chronicles 32 verses 27 to 29. We are back with His Excellency Hezekiah, who the Bible says succeeded in everything he did. How did he define success, and what was the secret behind his success? We are here to learn from his experience and insights. Shall we welcome His Excellency to the Footprints Conversations?
I can't believe we are at the final part. In part 4, I would like to focus on productivity and what defines success.
You have already accomplished a lot in restoring worship and relationship of the people with the Lord. You have successfully mobilized the nation. Someone would have just taken it easy after these accomplishments. But you did more, right?
Yes. I focused on infrastructure. You cannot develop without infrastructure. You cannot ensure the security and welfare of the nation without infrastructure. I built villages, irrigation and storage facilities, and when Sennacherib attacked us, I reinforced walls, built towers, secured water supplies, and organized the army.
Amazing. You had a very productive and impactful government. You invested in infrastructure before and during the attack. Why didn't you just rely on faith?
Faith does not replace preparation. Preparation positioned us. Infrastructure is not lack of faith. It is faith in action. Who gave us the wisdom and resources for the infrastructure? It is the Lord. Note that, despite the infrastructure, I also reminded the people as in 2 Chronicles 32 verse 8. With him is an arm of flesh, but with us is the Lord our God. Our victory came from trust in the Lord, not in the infrastructure or the military might.
So, you defeated the arrogant king who ridiculed the Lord, the God of Israel. How did it happen?
In response to our prayers led by the prophet Isaiah, the Lord sent an angel, who annihilated all the fighting men, the commanders and officers in the camp of Sennacherib. The Lord shut his big mouth, and he withdrew to his own land in disgrace. And when he went into the temple of his God, his own sons murdered him with his sword.
What a tragic ending. A question from the audience. You have given us 4 key principles for success. 1. Purity and presence of the Lord. 2. Priests and Levites. 3. People, and 4. Productivity. Why didn't you include purpose and position?
Great question. Because by these 4 key principles, I have given you and your audience my definition of success. Purpose anchors and underlies all the 4 key principles. Success is using these 4 key principles to fulfill the purpose for which you walked on this earth. To me, position was not significant.
Interesting. You held an enviable position, and we read in 2 Chronicles 32 verse 29 that you acquired great numbers of flocks and herds, for God had given you very great riches. Why was position not significant?
Yes. I had that enviable position, as you call it, and abundant wealth. But would I have considered it success if I had lost my purity and the presence of my Lord? No. If I had disrespected, insulted and fought with the priests and Levites? No. If I had manipulated, oppressed and fed on the people? No. And if despite my wealth, I didn't show any tangible infrastructure for development to benefit the nation? No. This is why I have used my experience to give you the 4 key principles that make up success. I did what I did because of how I viewed success.
Insightful. African leaders, please listen to President Hezekiah. If you have the highest position, with all the mansions, money, cars and private jets, but you do not have good relationship with the Lord, spiritual leaders, the people, and if you don't have tangible infrastructure and services to make other people's lives better, that is not success.
Of course. You may have the lowest position in the workplace or marketplace. But if you fulfilled these 4 principles, you are more successful than someone in higher position who enriched himself with corruption, bribery, and extortion, and who has lost the presence of his God, has toxic relationships with spiritual leaders, is hated by the people, and has not been of benefit to anyone except himself. You were not sent on this earth to live with yourself and for yourself. Period.
No one can argue with evidence. Your experience with these 4 key principles speaks for itself. We now have better understanding of why 2 Chronicles 31 verse 21 says you succeeded in whatever you did. It is our prayer to be able to put into practice what you have told us. We can't thank you enough. If this Footprints conversation has been a blessing to you, pass it on to be a blessing to others. Are you a believer committed to fulfilling your calling at your workplace and marketplace? We have several resources to help you do that. Just subscribe at the YouTube channel to receive new resources we create every week. If you have creative arts talents too, get in touch and let us yield it to the Lord to impact lives for His glory.